Hey y'all, it's me Marty. Welcome to another video and good morning. Welcome to another in my truck video. Sorry, yeah, I'm kind of stuck at a truck stop and it's raining outside anyway, so it's another in the truck video. Oh yeah. Anyway, I thought I would do a coffee and chat video this morning. A few things I'm going to do in this video. I am going to make a coffee, and I'm going to make my favorite kind of coffee, my favorite way of making it, or one of the favorite ways. I'm also going to just share my coffee stuff. I have like 10 different ways to make coffee in my truck. Not just at home, but in my truck I can make coffee 10 different ways. I guess we have to have hobbies, huh? Mine are kind of weird, the things I collect. Old woodworking tools, backpacks, coffee stuff. I really enjoy my coffee for many different reasons. Coffee tastes good. It smells good. You ever just take time to smell coffee? You gotta take time to smell it. Of course it tastes good, but it smells good too. And the caffeine, it wakes you up. It's a warm and cozy feeling. I like coffee with friends and family, and I just enjoy my coffee. And it's pretty healthy for the most part. I mean, it's a bean. It's a nut kind of thing, and it's pretty healthy as long as you don't overdo your coffee. But I enjoy my coffee. I got an automatic drip coffee pot here. Just a little. It's a 5-cup, Mr. Coffee. It's not even a Mr. Coffee. I think it's a generic brand from Walmart. Just a $9 thing, and I have a little shelf here. That's my main way of making coffee in the truck. Number 2, my Stanley coffee press. This thing is really cool. I got this years ago at Walmart. It's made for camping. It's a camping type of coffee press, and it works really nice. And actually, you could use this for boiling water, cooking food and stuff too. But it's made for coffee. Stainless steel container here. You can boil the water. Then you just put the coffee in there. And this thing here, it's got a filter on here. And then you put the water in there, then you put the coffee in there and slowly push this down. This has a lid and it filters the coffee, so then your coffee's in there and then you just pour it out. It's really cool how it works. Nice little system here. It wasn't expensive. The Stanley kind of camping coffee press. This is the Bowden Kenya coffee press. Another one from Walmart. It was like clearance, just a few dollars. Works the same way. Well, this one's a thing that holds the glass thing, and so you got to boil water first in something. I don't think you can do it in the glass thing. Maybe you can. I don't know. In the microwave, boil water, then put hot water in there, the coffee, and then this is a little coffee press that presses down and works the same way, and then you just pour it off. So that one's kind of neat too. I've used that one a couple times. Number 4, I have another one. Another one I got at Walmart. It was pretty cheap. Yeah, a few dollars. The Stanley coffee pour over, and this is all stainless steel. Has a mesh screen in there, and this is kind of neat. You can you put it on your coffee cup, just like that. Put grounds in there and just pour hot water in, and it makes a cup of coffee. That one's pretty cool too. Number 5, what is this one? IMUSA or IMUSA. I'm not sure. Espresso maker. It's like a mocha pot basically. This one's really cool. So it's in a couple of parts. I've only done it a couple times, but it really works really well. And what you do is you put the water in here, put water in there, and then another like little filter here, stainless steel, whatever, and then you pack your coffee in there. Then screw this on, and then you put it on your heat. And it takes a little while, but it heats up the water, and then it starts bubbling over in here, and it's espresso. You get a cup of espresso coffee. That works really good. Really kind of cool. So this is basically single pour overs, okay, for a single cup of coffee. What's QU coffee, dark roast, and that's what they are. And basically, well, I'm not going to open it, but basically it's a single pour over, and you set it. It has these little wing things, and and it goes over your cup of coffee, and you just slowly pour hot water into it, and you got a good, real cup of coffee. Number 7, coffee pods, and this is just what is this? Walmart Chestnut Hill hazelnut medium roast. It's coffee pods, and of course they're made to use in a Keurig. I actually had a Keurig in here for a little while, but it broke, so I just use a regular automatic drip. But the coffee pods, so yes, you can use these in a Keurig, but you can use them single too. You know, you can use them in a pot, just to open it and pour the coffee in, or you can just hold it over a cup, open it up on the top, and slowly pour water in there. Or they make little cups, and I have one somewhere. I forgot. I don't have that in my coffee bin. It's a little plastic thing that holds one of those, or you can put your own coffee in there. So it's a coffee pod. And actually, I made one years ago. If I can find a picture, I'll put it right here or here somewhere. And I just made a block of wood with a hole in there that held a coffee pod, and it sits on top of your cup. So you can use a coffee pod as a single cup of coffee. Regular instant coffee pouches, you know, just the regular. And this is Taster's Choice hazelnut medium roast, medium dark roast. You know, it's the powder. You don't have to filter or anything. You just pour it in your cup. And every once in a while, if I'm in a hurry, I'll use those. I'm not crazy about instant coffee, but once in a while, it's okay. Number 9, Cafe Bustelo instant espresso. This, and you can actually use this in a coffee maker, and I have, but you can actually just pour it right into a cup and make a single cup of coffee with it. It's instant espresso. Cafe Bustelo is really good stuff. I like that. Kind of a Mexican type of coffee. That's number 9. I don't have anything to show, but number 10 is actually my favorite kind, and it's what I'm going to make today, is bush coffee. And bush coffee is basically just taking a metal container, putting hot water in it, boiling it, putting the coffee right in there, letting it boil a little bit, and then let it settle and tap it, and then you slowly pour it out, and you get a really good cup of coffee. And some people filter it. I don't filter it, but just pour it really slow. You usually don't get any grounds, and that's bush coffee. That's number 10. So I have lots of different mugs in here too. So I have this mug. This is my main one I drink because it fits in the thing up front easily. I like big coffee mugs. This one's like a 16 ounce, I think, and it's just a Tennessee. That's probably my 3rd favorite state. And then I have this thermos next to it up there. There's a Pilot Coffee. Best coffee on the interstate, Fillmore. And I got a Not All Who Wander Are Lost wood sticker on there. But yeah, that's my extra coffee next to it up front. Oh, I got this one, Fueled by Jesus and Coffee. Another coffee mug I have in here. And then I have a couple other ones. Oh, I got this one. I think I got this at Cabela's. Just an insulated coffee mug. I haven't even used that one, actually. And then I got this one. This is an Igloo. A couple of bucks at a truck stop, and I got the same sticker on this one. But this is actually a can cooler. You can put a can in here to keep it cool, but it really works good really for coffee and drinking out of it, so it's kind of cool. For stirring my coffee, so here's a coffee scoop. I like to make wood spoons and coffee scoops. This is just nothing fancy, and every time I carve a spoon, they're always different. And this is just there's all different size and shape coffee scoops I make. It's not real deep. It's more of a spoon, but that's the coffee scoop I have in the truck here that I use. I think this is walnut, pretty sure. But yeah, that. And then I started making coffee stirs, and this is dogwood. I made this the other day, and just for stirring coffee or even chai latte or whatever I'm making, or instant coffee, whatever. But yeah, that's kind of a coffee stir. I like making these, and they're just good for stirring coffee. Yeah, and on that note, if my non-coffee stuff, just real quick, I'm not really big on tea, but if I'm not going to drink coffee, if it's later in the day or evening, I might have a tea. I'm not real big on tea. Only teas I really like is chai, Twinings chai, or Twinings French vanilla chai. Every once in a while, but really I don't drink them that much. What I really like is chai latte. Yes. And there's a couple different, there's something cafe, espresso cafe or something at Walmart. They're coffee pods, but you don't have to filter these. You just pour them right in the cup, and because it's chai latte. You just drink it. You don't have to filter it. And I like these. I have one of these almost every night or two. And so, yeah, that's kind of my evening thing. Non-coffee, chai latte. I really like my chai latte. Oh, that's good. Just real quick here before we get going to make the coffee. All right. Show you real quick here. If besides those ways of making coffee, if I'm gonna make a bush coffee, which is, again, it's just boiling water and put coffee in it. There's different ways I could do that. These are my fire cans. I know I've made videos on these before. I really enjoy making these. It's like a self-contained little fire if you can't have a campfire. Just take soup cans, coffee cans. I have tons of these. I've made them all different sizes. And just, to make these are so simple. You just use one of the can opener things, and just pop holes on you take the can off, the lid off and clean it out, take the label off, and then use one of these to do holes around the top and around the bottom, air holes. Use the pliers to bend them down, so you're not going to get cut on those. I've made these all different sizes, y'all. And yeah, you can have a little wood fire in there, and then you put your cup on there to boil water to make coffee. And I like my fire cans; they're kind of cool. And then I've made other ones too, like fire cans, pot stands, like this, different sizes, and for alcohol stoves. And that's kind of what I'm going to do this morning. I think I'm going to use my alcohol stove. And this is a Dice Green chili one. This is a Fancy Feast one for using the alcohol stove. Yeah, and then there's different other. You can use solid fuel. This is my little. I have a couple of these. It's a little stove. It's kind of like an Esbit stove or a military stove. And you can put an alcohol stove in there, which I might do. Or you can use solid fuel tabs. These are the military ones. They're kind of like toxic, but or here's the Esbit ones. These are solid fuel, and here's the Coghlan ones. So you could use those in there, and sometimes I'll make coffee on those. But yeah, and then I got one of these containers. I think I got at Cabela's, and it holds the fuel. It's heat, in the yellow bottle. It's denatured alcohol, and that's what I use in my alcohol stove. That's what I think I'm going to do this morning. And then I have a little bottle here too that I have in my backpack that keeps it in, so I don't have to have the big one. And here's my canteen. This is my canteen kit. I love this thing. I carry in this. Whatever backpack I'm carrying, I always have this. This is my favorite way to carry water and to boil water, to purify water, and to make coffee. So this has, and this is like, I'm not sure. I think this is a Vietnam era canteen carrier, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I wasn't in the military. I have a lot of respect for people who are in the military, but I like military surplus stuff, and that's what this was. That's like new. And then I have an aftermarket canteen because it's just better. It's a Nalgene canteen, and fits this perfectly. And you can see through it, so you know how much is in it, and a little more durable than the regular canteens, the older ones. And it doesn't leak, and it doesn't taste like plastic. So those are kind of cool. And then I have a canteen cup in here, and a canteen stove in here, and a lid. That was also an aftermarket thing. And then in a little pocket here, I have aqua tabs to purify water, and a tiny little Bic lighter. So that's my canteen kit. To make alcohol stoves, I'll just use one of the Fancy Feasts. That's all you need. And you just pour like an ounce of denatured alcohol in there, and it's a stove, and you can boil water on it. That's what I usually use. And this is my little coffee kit. I keep this in whatever pack I have, whatever day pack or whatever pack. This is my little coffee kit. You kind of getting the idea that I like my coffee. Okay, and in my coffee kit, I have a few things in here. I have another little stove, which I might use this one. I'm going to see which one fits. In here, I got another little stove. This one's a little smaller. I have it in a baggie just in case it would leak. They usually don't, but in case they would. This is another little stove, and this one is actually from my friend Robert. He gave me some board butter for spoons and cutting boards, and this one's a little bit smaller, a little narrower, but it's higher, so I don't know which one I'll use. Again, I just put a screen in there with fiberglass insulation. These just work great. That's my favorite alcohol stove that I use now. So I have two here. two different, well, I guess they're kind of. This one's a little smaller, but it's higher. So we'll see which one works here. And then I have, this is a great idea. You know, when you're making fire cans or little DIY projects out of cans, keep the lids. Use a can opener that cuts the lid off, that doesn't have it sharp, and then they're smooth. These are great for little pot stands or little things to put under a stove to keep them off the ground. I have all different sizes of these, big ones, small ones. These work great. And then also in my coffee kit, I have a small wood mug. It's about, I'm guessing about a 6-inch mug that my friend Don turned for me on his lathe. I love this. I love drinking coffee out of a wood mug. This one I keep in my pack all the time. And this is what I make. I make bush coffee, and I drink my bush coffee out of this. It's so good. And it's like a little espresso because it's really small. And then I have some real coffee in here. And that's my little coffee kit I keep in my backpack. I have my metal can here. I'm going to turn the camera down here so you can guys see what I'm doing here. So when I'm doing this, those stove things in the truck, I usually have this little pie pan just for safety. I'll either do it in here or on it. Maybe I'll do it in it just for safety. Yeah. Okay, so what I need to do is, well, first let's open our canteen kit here. So, yeah, down at the bottom is the lid. I bought a lid. They don't, you know, the canteen cups don't come with lids, but if you put a lid, everybody knows, put a lid on a pot, it boils faster. So I have that. And then here's the canteen. You got water in there. Actually, need a little more water in that, but okay. And then I just have it in plastic so it doesn't get my canteen kit all sooty. Pretty good. Yeah, I probably need a little baggie. So this is a canteen cup and a stove. And if you're in the military, you know what these are. So that's the stove. I don't think we're going to use the stove today. Might actually use that with the alcohol stove. Alright, so because the canteen cup gets sooty. Because a lot of times my favorite way to make bush coffee actually is in the right in the fire, on an open fire. Quick little tip here. I don't know if you know this, and I don't remember who told me this, but you know, these handles, these butterfly handles, they rattle and they clink and stuff. You can lock them, because if you look on here, they're offset. They're not exactly the same. And if you go like this is all you gotta do. Now it doesn't clink or make noise, and it's locked. How cool is that? I mean, yeah. So, okay. So the reason I'm not sure which stove I'm going to use is because I need a pot stand for the alcohol stove. That one would work, but there's not a lot of room there. So when you're using a pot stand, well, okay. So here's the thing: my little Fancy Feast alcohol stove and my Dice Green chili stove, you could just set the cup right on there. You don't need a pot stand, and that works really well. I could do that, but I want to use the other ones this morning, I think. I wanted to use one of these ones, but these ones I need to have, well, I could use this pot stand. And I've done that. That actually works, but my canteen cup doesn't really fit on that one. I need to make a tuna or chicken pot stand. And I thought I had one in here, but I guess I don't. You know what? Well, I know what I'll do actually. Okay, I'll use my Esbit stove one. I'll use this one. Make things easy. So, okay, we'll put it like that. And then we'll use this one. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to sing songs this morning. Let's get that over with too. Well, maybe. Oh, I almost forgot. I was going to sing this morning. Let's do that before we make the coffee. Oh, you're going to love this. You're going to love this. I love to sing. I know I don't have a voice, but I love to sing. I have a few good morning songs I'm going to sing this morning. Yeah. I don't know all the words or anything like that, but I'm just going to wing it. The first one, from one of my favorite musicals, Singing in the Rain, Debbie Reynolds, Gene Kelly, Donald O'Connor, 1952. Good morning, good morning. We talked the whole night through. Good morning to you. Good morning, it's great to stay up late. Good morning to you. So rise and shine and give God the glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God the glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God the glory, glory, children of the Lord. Yeah, I don't know who wrote that originally or when or whatever, but it's actually from God's Word. And I actually remember when I first accepted Christ in 1996, that fall I was already teaching Sunday school, and I remember teaching kids that song. And then from, I think it's the Rascals, 1968, it's a beautiful morning. I gotta go take a walk outside. I know that's not even close, but okay. And then we have from Oliver, 1969. Na 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 na. Good morning, stars shine. The earth says hello. Oh, I don't remember the rest of the song. And then one of my favorites, and you probably haven't heard this one unless you live in Minnesota, especially in Minneapolis, St. Paul area. Good morning, it's grand to be on hand. Good morning to you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Oh, that's a classic. Boone and Erickson, WCCO 830 radio. Oh, that's from like the early 80s. Oh, gosh. And I don't know, they were still doing that in the 90s, I think. But I think they passed on. And I mean, WCCO radio's still there, but boy, that brings back memories. Yeah. Sorry about that. Okay, we got that out of the way. Put some fuel in here. Okay, let's turn this down. Sorry, this is getting to be a long video, kind of a silly one, but okay. All right. Good night. Child safety caps here. Okay, anywho. I guess I could have used the little bottle I had. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of this in there. Try not to spill. This is fuel, after all. Should be enough. Yeah, there's other good morning songs out there. If anybody knows any, put them in the comments. There's old ones, there's new ones. There's some new ones that I like too, but I wasn't gonna try to even sing them. But I mean, it's bad enough I sang what I sang. I know everybody's like, I know I probably lost some viewers, subscribers on that one. All right, so what I'm gonna do? See my canteen cup that will fit right on there. Let's get water in there first. Yeah, now those songs are running through my head. I almost get them confused. You know, it's funny because I woke up in the night thinking about doing this video, and I need some more water. Oh, good night. Oh, hold on here. Okay, gotta fill my canteen. And I was looking on YouTube and for those songs. Okay, let's light the stove. Okay, good. Yeah, I was looking on YouTube for those songs because I couldn't remember the words. Well, I still didn't really do the words right. Let it get a good bloom on there or whatever. And it was was looking up those songs on YouTube. It's funny because the comments on some of those songs, there's people on there. Is anybody else listening to this song in 2025? Is anybody else up at midnight or 2 in the morning watching this video? It's kind of funny. And I'm like, yeah. Anywho. All right, let's put this on there. Just like that. Oh, I need my gloves too. Okay. All right, carefully do this without spilling. All right, get my gloves out of my backpack. All right. So, what kind of coffee do I like? So, well, the coffee I'm going to use today is actually one of my favorites. Black Rifle. Yep. And this is Cactus Squatch. Dark roast. What does it say about it? Oh, I can't see. I need my glasses. Your Black Rifle Coffee Company serves coffee and culture to people who love America. It doesn't really say anything special about this one. Sometimes it does, but it's dark roast, Cactus Squatch, Black Rifle. That's my favorite, but I don't get that all the time. I'll get other ones. Honestly, I'm not picky about coffee. I'm just thankful to have coffee. Here, I'll pull this back up on me for a minute as it's cooking here. It only takes a few minutes, and then I'll put the coffee in there. But I like Black Rifle. It's good. But honestly, I'm not picky. I'm just thankful to have any kind of coffee, you know. And I'll get whatever's on sale. It might be Cameron or Seattle's Best or Black Rifle. It might be Folgers. That's fine too. Might be Great Value, Walmart, generic coffee. I mean, it's all good. Coffee's coffee. It's still from beans. It's all good. I'm not picky on coffee. Oh yeah, that's hot. So yeah, this is my little alcohol stove on an Esbit pot stand with my canteen cup with water in there. And I'm gonna open I haven't opened this one yet. And I'm gonna put the coffee right in there in a little bit. I'll pour it in a cup and I'm gonna drink it. Good. Oh yeah. Arthritis and carpal tunnel kicking in. It's all good. No pain, no gain. Those thorns in my flesh, I just embrace them and seek God. And smell that. Smell it, y'all. Can you smell it? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. What else did I want to talk about as far as coffee? I think that's pretty much it. How are we doing here? Ooh, that's good. Not. Put your gloves on, dummy. Oh, yep. And we almost got a boil, so I'm going to get ready to add the coffee. All right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take the lid off. I have my truck running, so hopefully you can hear me. It has a little bit of noise. Also, it vibrates a little bit, so I'm going to be careful not to spill this because that's some hot water. I don't want to spill that on me. That wouldn't be good. All right, let's add some coffee in here. And I usually put a good amount. Cover the, All right. Then there's all different ways of making bush coffee, which most people call it cowboy coffee. Kind of a bushcraft thing, but I call it bush coffee. I'm not a cowboy. I'm more of a bushcrafter. Not even really a bushcrafter. I'm just kind of a duff. I'm not. Now, okay, it's boiling now. I don't know if you can see. I know you can't really see like that, so you kind of see it in there. Starting to boil. And there's all different ways to make bush coffee. I don't get all technical about it. But, I basically like to put it in there. Now, a lot of guys don't mix it. I like to stir it in just a little bit because I don't like it to burn on the edges. Just get it stirred in a little bit. That's about it. I don't stir it too much because I want it to stay the grounds and I want it to settle, settling thing. I'm not going to put the lid on now because it's it'll boil over. So that's the thing when you're making bush coffee, cowboy coffee, you got to be careful not to boil over. And again, there's all different ways to do it. This is how I like to make it. I don't get all technical about it. I'll let it boil a little bit now, and then I'll take it off. Let it cool just a minute. It's really hot. And then I'll just tap it, you know, to let the ground settle, and then I'll slowly pour it in my cup. So yeah, my favorite kind of coffee is bush coffee. My favorite way to make it is on an open fire, but if I can't, on a little DIY alcohol stove works too. And actually I've done it on my canister stoves, but gotta be careful here not to knock over the coffee or the stove. You know, some people say they like to have it get a rolling boil going. You know, I don't know. And then what's really nice about cowboy coffee, or bush coffee as I call it, it's very tasty. It's very rich. It's very smooth. It's not bitter. It's not acidy. I just think it's really good. I just like it. Give it another little stir here. It's boiling really good. I just want to keep the coffee off the edges. I don't want it to burn or boil over. Oh yeah, ooh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good, y'all. Alright. I'm gonna use one of my little things here because I'm using this is a little plastic table. So I'm gonna put my cup on that. So what I'm going to do is take this off, set it over here carefully. Now, this is the tricky part. When I have my alcohol stove in the little Esbit thing, so I need to open it completely so I can get the lid on and put out the fire. Alright, where'd my lid go? Alright, pull it back on. Now that's a good fire going. These little alcohol stoves are so cool for boiling water, making coffee, cooking food. They work great. And that's all you got to do is like that to put it out. No, usually. That's it, and it's out. And after a few minutes, it's cool to the touch. And again, you can do the fancy feast stoves, the dice green chili. There's all you can use a Vienna sausage. You can make. There's all different kinds of alcohol stoves, DIY ones out there. You can watch those videos, but I just like the simple ones. But I like this kind with a screw-on lid and the insulation. It just works great. This works great, y'all. Okay, so now paper towel here. In case of spill. That. Alright. My wood mug here. Get ready for the pour. I know y'all love that part. So what I'm going to do here is so I got, oh, that's hot. Alright, I got this. I don't know. Let's see it. Look at that. Ooh, does that look good or what? Huh? Good stuff. Okay. So now I'm just going to tap my canteen cup. It just gets the grounds to settle. And then just slowly pour it in. And if I get a few grounds, I really don't mind. People get all huffy and picky about it, but I'm not. Okay, here we go, y'all. You ready for this? Are you ready for this? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, y'all. Ooh, that's hot, too. All right. All right. Let's give this a... Oh, yeah, that smells... Look at this. You got to see it. Look at that. I think it's like frothy. It almost looks chocolatey. Black Rifle. Cactus Squats. Dark roast. Yes. Bush coffee. Made in my truck, y'all. Made in my truck. It's hot, so I'm gonna... And the thing is, when you're drinking something hot and it's really hot and you're like trying to be careful, and it's hot and it makes you jump and then you spill and it's even worse. So I'm gonna try to not... Yeah. Oh. Oh, I know. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not acting here. It's just really good. And I know I get all emotional and passionate about it. This is so good. I love my coffee. Oh. It's so good. You can't go wrong. You just put the grounds in there. You don't have to measure. Do whatever, you know. Doesn't matter how long you boil it. There's all different things. You don't got to be all picky. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy life. Enjoy your coffee however you like to drink it and make it. Oh, yeah, and see, I like this little cup because it's like a little espresso. And it's almost like espresso. It's pretty strong. Ooh, that's good. And I got enough coffee in the... It's really hot. You can see it's... And it's... there's probably 4 or 5 of these little cups in that canteen cup. There's just something really good about drinking coffee out of a wood mug. Anyway, I'm going to get ready to end this video. Keep it under an hour. A little coffee chat here this morning. Hope you enjoyed it. Oh. That, again, I made a pot of coffee here because I had to have coffee before I make coffee and talk about coffee. But this is the best. This is better than the pot. And you gotta slurp your coffee. It's just better. It's bad manners, but I mean it's better. Oh yeah. That's a good cup of coffee, y'all. Good cup of coffee. That'll wake you up. That'll wake the neighbors. That's going to wake everybody up. Wake up, everybody in the truck stop. Wake up, everyone in Sumner, Washington. Woo, yeah, that's a good cup of coffee, y'all. I'm telling you, y'all. I'm telling you. As far as coffee goes, this doesn't get any better. Doesn't get any better than a cup of Bush coffee. Ooh, that's hot. Oh, that is so good. Anyway, I'm going to end this video. Thanks so much for watching. Please like it if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. Please go watch my other videos. Got over 500 videos of all different ramblings of my life. I just like to share my life, whatever I'm doing, and I just hope it helps you smile. And anyway, please comment down below any coffee thoughts or whatever. Yeah, anyway, complaints about my singing, I'll take them, whatever. Anyway, I just pray you're all doing well. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.